Early on in my freelancing career, I hated the 24-105. It's wide, but not that wide. It's long, but not that long. And it's f4. It's just not that fast a lens. But now I find myself using it a whole lot, and I kind of love it. Whether it's the Sony G Master version or one of the many Canon versions, the 24-105 is a really versatile lens, especially for run and gun work. One of the biggest complaints, I think, is that it's f4.0. And that's not really a problem if you're zoomed in a little bit and your background is far enough away from your subject. And if you're shooting run and gun exteriors, which is a lot of what I do, the background is usually really far from your subject, so you get nice bokeh, even at an f4. A lot of times, honestly, I'm not even shooting at f4. I'm at f5.6 or 6.3, and that still gives me a decent amount of bokeh as long as I'm not at 24 millimeters. I'm at like 50 or 70, and the background is pretty far away from my subject. Here's a few interviews I did on the 24-105. This first one, the background is nice and soft. I don't remember exactly how far I'm zoomed in. I think I'm at like a 70 or an 85. And one good thing about this lens is a lot of times you can find a good deal on a used 24-105. If you're willing to get an older EF version, you can get them for about 500 bucks. This one I think I got for $550 on Amazon. It works great, it's sharp, and one of the best investments in a lens I've ever made. Now the Sony version will cost you quite a bit more, but it's not a break the bank lens. Lenses are super expensive, but I think it's around $1,000. And it is a really good lens. And I think the 24-105 lens, whether it's Canon, Sony, or whatever, is one of the most underrated lenses out there. Maybe $500 or $1,000 is out of your budget. You're looking for something a lot less expensive. There is an option that I really like and have shot on as well, and that is the 28-135 ultrasonic EF mount lens. You can adapt this for your Sony cameras. Autofocus isn't going to work that great, but honestly, I don't think the autofocus in this lens is that great anyway. It's reasonably sharp, and I've owned, I think, 3 of them because I broke one of them. I actually got tackled filming a football game, and this lens, fortunately, was on the front of my camera. It destroyed the lens, saved my camera body. I'm focused on the screen on my camera, so when the player runs off screen, I didn't even see him coming at me, but I will be more situationally aware next time I film a football game. I think I paid 150 bucks at the time for the lens, so I was super happy. The 1, I was okay, but 2, the camera body was okay, and I just had to buy a new lens. And I think this one I bought for maybe 100 bucks. You can get them used on Amazon. That's where I've usually gotten them. I think you can get them on B&H sometimes as well. But if you're looking for a cheaper alternative to the 24-105, the 28-135 ultrasonic EF mount is a really good option, and you can adapt it to your Sony E-mount if you're a Sony user. That's it. I've really come to love the 24-105, and honestly, a lot of the time I choose it over the 24-70 f2.8 just because the extra reach you get at 105 is so useful. The studio's coming along. The fridge is covered. I don't have to see the fridge anymore. Got a bunch of other things I want to do. I did put the boxes, or at least I moved them out of frame. I now got some crates on Amazon that kind of hide all the junk that was on the shelves, so you don't have to just see Amazon boxes in the background. Although in some of them, I literally put cardboard boxes inside of the crates just because the cardboard box held the stuff better. And it fit inside the crate. I am 40 seconds away from my card filling up, so I will see you in the next one. 24-105, right there. It was shot with 24-105. And for an f4, I mean, the background's out of focus, which is kind of cool. I've probably got 18 inches, and I'm all the way at 105. So, for what it's worth.